The theory of karma, reaping what we sow. What if I told you that every thought, every word, and every action you take is like planting a seed? Some seeds grow into beautiful flowers while others into thorny bushes. This is the unshakable law of karma. What you sow, so shall you reap. In simple terms, this means that the way we live our lives determines the kind of results we experience. If we perform good and righteous actions, we will receive positive outcomes. Conversely, if we engage in bad and wrongful actions, we will inevitably face undesirable consequences. The theory of karma is a universal law of nature, impartial and applicable to everyone, regardless of time, place, and background. The role of thoughts, speech, and behavior in karma. A person performs karma through three primary channels: thoughts, speech, and behavior. These elements collectively shaped our destiny. Today, with nearly 8 billion people inhabiting the planet, each individual is constantly engaging in some form of karma. However, most people rarely reflect on their nature of the actions. They fail to differentiate between good and righteous karma versus bad and wrongful karma. As a result, the world witnesses an overwhelming amount of negative actions contributing to widespread suffering, injustice, and moral decay. One of the biggest misconceptions about karma is that its effects are not immediate. At the moment of performing bad action, a person may not feel its repercussions. However, the consequences are inevitable. It is only when one starts facing hardships, misfortunes, or suffering that the realization dawns. The fruits of past karma are inescapable. This is precisely why one must be conscious about karma at all times. It is also the reason why a sense of moral responsibility and reverence for divine justice is essential in guiding one's actions. The decline of moral and ethical values. Unfortunately, in today's fast-paced world, people have lost the fear of divine justice. The pursuit of power, wealth, and selfish desires has blinded many to the impact of their actions. The consequence: a rapid decline in the overall moral and ethical fabric of society. Corruption, deceit, violence, and exploitation have become alarmingly common. The need of our is to remain ever conscious of the theory of karma and take accountability for our actions. Instead of being impulsive or reckless, we must develop the habit of assessing the righteousness of our thoughts, words, and deeds. Before engaging in any action, we should pause and ask ourselves, is this the right thing to do? Will this bring positivity into my life and the lives of others? By maintaining this level of self-awareness, we can prevent ourselves from engaging in wrongful actions and instead focus on deeds that uplift and benefit humanity. The global impact of practicing good karma. Imagine a world where every individual takes responsibility for their karma. If everyone consciously chooses to engage only in good and righteous deeds, the collective outcome would be extraordinary. The global moral and ethical landscape would transform from negativity and suffering to peace, harmony, and prosperity. The world, which often seems to be heading towards chaos and conflict, could instead become a place of kindness, compassion, and righteousness, a true heaven on earth. The philosophical and religious foundations of karma. The theory of karma is deeply rooted in Indian philosophy and spirituality. It is a fundamental concept in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. Hindu teachings, particularly in the Bhagavad Gita, emphasize the importance of righteous action, dharma, and the inevitable consequences of karma. Lord Krishna's discourse to Arjuna during the Kurukshetra war serves as a timeless reminder that one must always perform their duties selflessly and without attachment to rewards. Similar principles are echoed in the Buddhist and Jain traditions, which stress the importance of ethical living and the pursuit of liberation through good karma, the path to a fulfilling and meaningful life. So what can we do to align ourselves with the highest principles of karma? The answer is simple. Actively cultivate good and righteous actions in our daily lives. This means nurturing positive thoughts. Thoughts are the seeds of our actions. Cultivating a mindset of kindness, empathy, and wisdom leads to constructive and beneficial deeds. Speaking with awareness. Words carry immense power. Every time we speak, we should ensure that our words are truthful, uplifting, and respectful. Engaging in righteous behavior. Actions define our legacy. Practicing honesty, integrity, and compassion creates positive ripples in the world. By committing to these principles, we not only elevate our own lives but also contribute to the greater good of the society. True fulfillment comes from knowing what our existence has brought light and positivity into the world. Be the change you wish to see. If we truly desire a world that resembles heaven rather than hell, we must begin with ourselves. Mahatma Gandhi's timeless wisdom reminds us, be the change you wish to see in the world. Instead of waiting for others to act, let us take the first step. Let us make our conscious effort to perform only good and righteous karmas in our lives. By doing so, we create an unshakable foundation for personal happiness, spiritual growth, and collective well-being. Let's embrace the power of karma and work towards building a world that radiates peace, love, and righteousness for ourselves and for generations to come. Friends, if your thoughts resonate with this belief, then kindly like this video, share it with someone who needs this reminder, and subscribe for more timeless wisdom. Remember, your next thought, word, or action shapes your destiny. So better choose wisely and always keep doing the right karmas only. Take care. Goodbye.